At first, I thought 7204 and a quarter Cahuenga was a pretty nice place for a hustler. But then I realized he was making more in an hour than I sometimes made in a week.
You're early. The door's open. I'll be right out, man. Just make yourself at home.
Hello, this is Lonnie. I can't come to the telephone right now, but leave a message when you hear the tone.
Hi, Lonnie. Hi, Lonnie. It's Anna Ray. Darlene. Listen, I got us a gig at Casper's on Sunday afternoon. You, me, and Darlene. Wait till you meet this guy. Thinks nobody knows he's a ball.
Don't, don't, don't. Don't, don't, don't. Holy.
I'm not who you were expecting.
Yeah, you can say that again.
I'm Philip Quinnell. I got your address from the bartender at Miss Garbo's.
Oh, God. Well, you know, I wish that guy'd let me know in advance. I got somebody coming over at 4. We're gonna have to be quick.
Oh, I'm not here for what you think I'm here for, Lonnie.
What do you mean?
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
What, are you a cop?
No.
What, a reporter?
No.
Well, what'd you come in my house for? This is private property.
I have a curiosity about the death of Hector Paradiso.
Well, what the hell would I know about that?
You were with him the night he died.
Oh, yeah, who says?
Several people.
And what are you to him?
I believe he was murdered.
And what, you think I did it?
Didn't say that.
Well, then what are you doing here?
I'm trying to figure something out.
Look, we had words about money. That's all. He gave me a check. I don't take checks. I didn't even know the guy was dead until the next day.
You cash a check?
Yeah.
Did the police question you about it?
No.
Did someone representing Jules Mendelson question you about it?
Oh, God, it's Cyril. Come on in.
Brought you some cupcakes.
Cyril, this is my friend, Phil Quinn.
Oh.
Hi.
Damn. Mayo. Have any soda water, Lonnie?
Sorry. Gotta work.
Next was one of those things that make you think life has some kind of crazy plan behind it.
Oh, hello. Who are you? Come here. Who in the world do you belong to, huh?
Until you realize whoever dreamed it up was laughing.
Sweet dog.
Excuse me, ma'am. Oh, is this your little dog?
Oh, I'm sorry she's been bothering you.
Oh, no, she hasn't been bothering me at all. She's very sweet. What's her name?
Astrid. Miss Converse, my boss, got her for Mrs. Cliveden right after she inherited her from Hector Paradiso.
This was Hector's dog, Astrid?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's your name?
Glyceria.
Well, I'm Flo March.
Hi.
Now, did you say your boss was Miss Converse? Do you mean Faye Converse, the movie star?
Yeah. You didn't notice the bus tour going by here every morning?
Oh, my God, I don't believe it. Faye Converse is my next-door neighbor. Well, you can come by anytime you want, little dog.
Have you any idea how much these curtains cost?
Yes, I do, Jules.
And you didn't question such an exorbitant amount?
No, I didn't. You can afford it.
That is not the point. This is a rented house. Spend $30,000 for curtains in a rented house, it just doesn't make sense.
Then buy it for me.
Well, don't you understand? This is not the right time to buy a house.
When is the right time, Jules? I want to have something in my own name. I do not want to wind up in a welfare hotel like my mother. Sit here all day, cooped up, waiting for you to come over. You don't let me see my friends. Won't let me try to have a career. I'm afraid to be seen with me in public, so we never go anywhere. I got 20 Chanel suits, $30,000 worth of curtains, and I don't know how many Steuben glasses. And you know what? It's not a very fulfilling kind of life.
I'm insured. Oh, it's just a dent.
Not careful.
Oh my God, Mrs. Mendelson. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. It was an accident. Have we met?
No, I just recognized your face from your picture in the magazine.
I love your suit.
Oh my gosh, coming from you.
I know where I saw you. Hector Paradiso's funeral.
Yes, I knew Hector. Well, thank you for being so nice. I've got to run.
Tell me your name. I'll tell Jules I saw you.
Goodbye, Mrs. Mendelson.
Tell me what you think.
I ran into the nicest woman at Pookie's today. Or rather, she ran into me, literally. Blonde hair, red convertible. You were talking to her at Hector's funeral. Who is she, Jules?
Wife of a business acquaintance. I knew these were coming up for auction at Boothby's, and I had my man there put in a bid on them.
Very pretty. But I hardly think they're appropriate for your friends, Mr. Zwillman and Mr. Stiglitz. Do you, Jules?
He was good to me, I'll say that. He loved me in a different way than he loved her. He bought me nice clothes and classy gifts like those yellow diamond earrings. And the funny thing is, though I'd never intended it to happen, I had started to fall in love with him.
Douglas. Douglas, how are you? When the Mendelssohns arrived at Casper Stieglitz's house, they had a little surprise waiting for them.
Right through there, please.
Oh, excuse me. Welcome. I hope you don't mind, but the party's a bit bigger than I originally planned.
Casper had invited many of his cronies in the film community to meet Jules, the creme de la biz, so to speak. And since I had agreed on the advice of my agent to proceed with the book adaptation, I was there too.
Philip.
Pauline.
Thank God you're here. We've missed you.
Oh, I don't think Jules has.
I've missed you then. Who are these people?
These are the court justice of Hollywood. I'm surprised you don't know who they are. Over there is Arthur Platt, the game show host. And the lady he and his wife are conversing with is Mona Berg, his mistress.
You're as bad as Hector.
Like that?
But which one's Arnie Zwillman?
Oh. There, right there. He's talking to Don Belaria.
So there I was at the Sons of Italy benefit, ready to go on to do my number. And Frank says to me, Don, I thought you were Jewish.
You know, I'm interested in this European thing. Countries coming together like one big happy family. I think there's a movie there, a global kind of emotional honesty, if you will. Oh, I'm sorry, terrible cold. Would you excuse me? I gotta wash my hands.
Oh, no.
Who do you see?
Cyril Rathbone. He drives me mad. He never stops writing about me.
Oh, mean!
How are you? Sorry. Terrible cold.
Mr. Mendelsohn?
Yes?
I'm Arnie Zwillman.
Oh, milady, you look so hot.
I am, Peter. Loosen my bodice, will you? But be careful, the cloth is very thin.
Oh, Queen Catherine, what are you doing?
You know, if you don't like this film, we can switch to another.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, no. I'm enjoying it immensely.
Whatever you say, milady.
Marguerite, show Peter what that brute did to you this morning.
But Your Majesty, I'd really rather not.
I have to make a call to Sim's Lord.
Peter the Russians? Come here, you little kitchen maid.
Oh, Your Majesty, don't. Let go. Still leave.
Marguerite, don't have to get...
Come on in. How about a drink?
No, I never drink in the afternoon.
Is your wife always this quiet? Or didn't she think the crowd was up to her standards?
My wife isn't feeling well. Get to the point.
Does your wife know that your grandfather was the bookkeeper for Al Capone?
What is this? I don't need this aggravation from a two-bit.
Does your society lady wife know about the girl who in, I think it was 1953, at the Taft Hotel in Chicago, went off the balcony? Nor does your friend, the president, who's going to appoint you to the Economic Council in Brussels. What was that girl's name again?
It was an accident. I resent the implication.
Sit down. I've got a polyp on my vocal cord. I don't like to have to raise my voice.
Pretty girl, isn't she? Name's Darlene. Nice bod, but nothing up here. You know what I'm talking about, Pauline? You know, you're a very sexy lady for someone your age. Hey, I meant that as a compliment.
Don't run your hands through Casper's hair. He wears a rug, which he thinks none of us notice.
Oh, like this?
All right.
How old are you, Jules?
Look, Swillman.
You're carrying a little extra weight.
I
there,
am not
fella.
sympathetic to black.
Jules, tell me, what does your lady friend think about that?
If Mrs. Mendelssohn has
Jules. I wasn't talking about Mrs. Mendelssohn.
Where's my husband?
He's with Mr. Swillman in the living room, right down the hall.
What do you want?
I'm a friend of Kippy's. Very naughty boy.
What the hell has he got to do with it?
Jules, I want to talk about the laundry business. I want to talk about your getting involved in international banking in Brussels. How'd you like to go in the laundry business with me, Jules?
I want to go home, Jules.
Is the movie over?
For me, it is.
Something the matter, Pauline?
I must leave here immediately, with or without you.
Have you met Mr.
Yes, I did. Are you coming, Jules? Was Mr. Zwillman the reason we went to that dreadful party in that dreadful house?
Yes.
And you brought me there, too, to be insulted by that movie person while you met up with a gangster. It will all read wonderfully in Cyril Rathbone's column in the morning.
I wonder if he'll include Darlene and Ina Ray and Lonnie. What did Mr. Zwillman want?
It had to do with my appointment to Brussels.
What possible interest could Mr. Zwillman have in Brussels?
Don't make me pry this out of you, Jules.
Mr. Swillman, from what I am told, has at his disposal immense sums of money. I imagine he assumes I could facilitate his operation by putting that money into circulation through the European common market.
And why would he think you would be amenable to such a thing?
Has it occurred to you that our lives, our so-called perfect lives, are unraveling?
Yes.
And is this a matter of concern to you?
Of course it is, Pauline. I don't want this to happen.
I am not the one who's meeting with the gangster. I am not the one who's claiming Hector committed suicide. And I am certainly not the one who's having an affair with that cheap little tramp.
Good night, Jules.
Can't we have breakfast together?
I had planned to sleep late.
was time I saw where you lived.
How'd you get in?
I own part of the place.
I thought you were a burglar.
No. Just a lonely lady looking for a guy she missed.
I'll just have the melon, Dudley, and I'm sure you know what Mr. Mendelssohn will have.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm giving you back these earrings, Jules.
You didn't like them?
Oh, they're very beautiful, but I would never wear them.
Why not?
Because there's guilt attached to them.
Rose always says the more unfaithful the husband, the greater the jewel collection.
Well, I'll keep them. I'll put them in the safe.
For Christmas, you mean? No, Jules. Send them back to Boothby's. Do you think we were ever happy, Jules? Or was this all one big 22-year show of a marriage?
Oh, Pauline, don't even talk like that.
Imagine dividing all this up.
All what?
Everything.
Don't even kid about something like that.
I'm not kidding, Jules. Not for one instant am I kidding.
I will do anything to keep from losing you, Pauline.
What about the woman with blonde hair? If you're not going to be honest with me, Jules, there's no point in continuing this conversation.
Pauline.
Months ago, I received a clipping in the mail, anonymously, of course, from a Paris newspaper with a photograph of you standing behind a woman in a fox coat. I chose to ignore it. But subsequent signs have made it impossible to forget.
Like what?
I've smelled her on you, Jules.
All right. It's true. But it was nothing. I simply was carried away with the feeling.
You think I don't occasionally have feelings like that for other men? But unlike you, I take marriage very seriously.
So do I.
No. You want an ornamental wife. Well, that's not good enough for me.
The car is here, madam. The bags are in.
Thank you. I'll be right there.
Where are you going?
When you asked me to marry you all those years ago, my father advised me against it. I'm going back to him now, because I need to talk to someone I can trust, to see whether I should stay married to you or end it. Kippy's going too. This is such a lovely room. Isn't it a shame we hardly ever use it?
Her name was Flo, too. She was poorer than I was, and my parents didn't approve. One night, we were at a party, drunk. We argued. She fell off the balcony and was killed. Naturally, my parents kept it out of the newspapers. I've never told this to anyone. Pauline would never understand.
But I will.
Why didn't you tell me it was your birthday?
I never tell anyone it's my birthday. What are we doing here?
Take your pick.
You can't afford these things.
We can look.
Well, hello there.
Hello.
You live here?
No. Do you?
I'm in San Francisco. You still in New York?
Yes. I beg your pardon, Camille Ebery. This is Terry. I'm sorry, I don't know what your last name is these
Still
days.
Sigourney.
Terry Sigourney.
I read your book on that Wall Street guy. Did he really break your legs?
No.
Philip, I think I'm gonna go back to the car.
Well, it's okay. I won't keep you. But if you're ever in San Francisco, I'm in the book.
Who is she?
Oh, a subplot.
How sub?
I was once married to her. When you least expect it, it starts coming up. The dark past, the dead body from the bottom of the lake. You see it coming, and you can't stop it.
How about taking me out to dinner?
Oh, why not eat here?
Oh, I'm sick of eating here. I want to go out.
Not practical.
Why not? Pauline's in Virginia visiting her father. Sim's Lord, your lawyer's at a bankers' convention in Chicago giving a speech in your place. The guy from the Louvre who fixed the crack in the ballerina isn't due back till tomorrow. So?
How do you know all these things?
I'm a good listener. You lie in bed and make all those calls, and I listen. So how about it, huh? You're free. I want you to take me out.
Oh, why are you being like this?
I've been sleeping with you for how long now, and I don't know a damn thing about you. Nothing.
I never thought credentials were required
Look, I don't
for a
know
love
if you've
affair.
got a brother, a sister,
No.
a wife, or even a child.
No to all of the above.
It's not that you were married that bothers me.
I
It's
was
that you
18. We were
neglected.
married for 7 months. What's the big deal?
That you didn't tell me. Are there any other surprises I can look forward to, Philip? You're not going to tell me, are you? I don't want to see you anymore.
Oh, well, that's a little childish,
No,
don't you
I'm going
think?
to tell you what's childish. I was thinking that you were... that you were maybe going to ask me to marry you. I was thinking today when you took me to that jewelry store that we were shopping for a ring.
Men should never marry women richer than they are. What's wrong with a love affair? Just a plain and simple love affair. This has been very pleasant
So long,
between...
Philip.
Don't just toss it
Look,
out.
when you're ready to tell me more about yourself, give me a call and maybe we'll have lunch.
I killed a girl. I was driving too fast with too many beers in me. It changed my life forever. I was 21. I went to jail. What happened to me in jail? Those are secrets I can't even tell myself.
Hello, Pauline.
Hello, Poppy.
Hey, Gramps. Good beat. What's the matter, Pauline?
You always knew when there was something the matter, didn't you, Poppy?
You just don't fly in out of the blue from California without something very important on your mind.
I'm thinking of leaving Jules.
Don't order the lobster. It's probably frozen.
Thank you.
Jules, we're in the valley. No one is going to recognize you if everyone in your crowd considers the valley a different state.
What'd you do with yourself today?
I read. I'm a great reader now, you know.
What'd you read besides Cyril Rathbone?
A biography, Marilyn Monroe. I happen to think she was murdered. Oh, sure, go ahead and laugh, but all the evidence points to it.
Well, that is absurd.
It is not so absurd. I used to hear things at the coffee shop. You'd be surprised at what I heard. Also from Glyceria, she knows things Faye Converse told her. Faye used to be a friend of Marilyn's.
What sort of things?
Like what powerful people do when someone's become inconvenient.
Inconvenient?
Yeah, like Marilyn.
Oh, for God's sake, you people and all your wacky theories.
And you people and all your wacky conspiracies.
And sometimes the bodies start popping up so fast, it's as if someone's down there cutting them loose.
Jules! Is that you?
Oh, my God.
For heaven's sake. What in the world are you doing way out here?
Well, hello, Rose. I was having a little business dinner with Sim's Lord. What are you doing way out here?
My nephew loves the food here. Don't ask me why. So I bring him out once in a while. Keeps him happy.
Hello, Robert.
Mr. Mendelson.
Where is Sim? I'd like to say hello to the old boy. Haven't seen him in ages.
I think he stopped in the metro.
Your car, sir.
May I introduce Miss, help me, I'm terrible with names.
March.
Yes, of course, Miss March, forgive me. This is Mrs. Cliven, her nephew Robert. Miss March works for Sims.
Nice. Wow. Hello, how are you?
Sir, your car.
I'll get it. Hang on.
I'll take that cab!
I'll be happy to drop you off, Miss March.
Oh, no, I'm sure you and Mr. Lord have important things to talk over, Mr. Mendelson.
What to do, lady?
Azalea Way in Beverly Hills, please, and move quickly. You know, I changed my mind. Could you take me to Chateau Marmont on Sunset? Make sure we're not followed.
Me in?
So I guess we're both in the same jalopy, huh?
How come you even hang out with those people anyway? A smart guy like you?
I sort of belong. My mother was one of them. She sent me to the best schools, bought me the best clothes, introduced me to the best girls, and I dropped out, wore jeans, and slept with waitresses.
Wow.
The only thing she succeeded in giving me were her drinking and her drug habits. It's funny. It's funny, the first woman I meet after I'm sober is exactly the kind of woman my mom would have loved. I've been running away from people like her all my life.
Did you get away?
No.
Me neither. Aren't we lucky?
said you didn't leave a trace. You bled all over the couch, stupid. What'd you say to her? What'd you tell her? Well, if she hasn't figured it out from that, she will soon. We're just gonna have to live with it, aren't we?
Yep, the bodies were floating to the top. Through life, you're expected to get over all the hurdles. Not perfectly, maybe. Maybe you knock a few rails off the top, but you're expected to clear each fence and move on to the next. The trouble is, it doesn't always work that way.
149.52, Mr. McAdoo.
Pull her down, Scotty. We'll work with her later.
He has a mistress, Poppy. He's besotted with her.
Have you seen her?
Yes. Although I didn't know it at the time. She's young, common, very pretty.
Does he want to leave you for her?
No. He wants us both.
Fill up. Oh, I beg your pardon. Well, excuse me, I obviously shouldn't have come here.
No. Wait. Philip's just a friend of mine. I needed a place to stay for a few nights, and he gave me one. Listen, it is possible for a man and a woman to be friends without having something going on between them, you know. Besides, I'm spoken for. And he told me he was spoken for, too.
He said that? He said he was spoken for?
Yeah.
Flo's left me. If she comes back, I want you to buy her the house, Sims, and the car. I want her to have everything in her own name.
Any idea where she is?
I don't know.
Friends, relatives?
Nope.
Well, listen, Jules, don't jump on me for this.
What?
Could there be another man? Give some thought to hiring a private detective. I know the perfect man for the job. His name is Trevor Dust.
The taxi driver was an Iranian named Hussein Akavi. He remembers a woman answering to Miss March's description getting into his cab outside the restaurant that night. He said she was excitable, maybe crying. She gave him a Beverly Hills address, presumably this one. Then she changed her mind and asked him to take her to the Chateau Marmont. Now, there's no record of anyone named March registered at the Chateau that night or since then. Here's a printout of everyone who was registered. Give it a look, see if you recognize the name.
Flo, you're back.
Yeah, I got sick of wearing the same outfit. Who's he? What happened around here?
Well, I was frantic. I hired Mr. Dust to try and locate you.
You hired a detective?
Yes.
Well, I'm here, so you can get rid of him.
Where were you?
I was thinking.
Who were you thinking with?
A friend?
What friend?
Could you help me undo this? I can't do it with these nails.
I said, what friend?
Just a friend.
Male or female?
That's for me to know and you to find out. Ow! Ah!
Oh, my God. Flo, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
Is that what happened to the girl that fell off the balcony that time in Chicago?
Oh, Flo. Flo, forgive me. Forgive me.
How could you do that?
I love you, Flo. I love you.
How could you do
forgive
that?
me.
You made up your mind?
What do you think I should do?
I think you should go back.
I thought you hated Jules.
I wish that it was just you and me.
18. Or 20. Oh, all the cells in our bodies change every 7 years. So by now, you're a different person.
Jules?
What?
I want to see clouds.
That wouldn't be wise.
Why not?
It's Pauline's house.
It's yours too. I just want to look, Jules. I just want to walk through the rooms. Who would know? Don't you sometimes have business meetings at clouds?
Yes?
That could be a business meeting.
Oh, come on, Flo.
You go home. You tell the butler you're expecting Miss March for a meeting. I ring the doorbell. He answers and takes me into the library where you'll be sitting. And he says,
Miss March, sir?
Come in, Miss March.
My God, what a house. I mean, it was perfect. Every detail, everything in its right place, everything beautiful. I had to hand it to Mrs. M. Boy, she was right up there when it came to putting a house together.
Hello.
Hello, Jules.
Pauline, how are you?
I'm fine. And you?
Missing you. How's your father?
He's just fine.
I'm glad to hear it. Wait.
Is someone there?
No, no one's here.
Kippy will be staying. I'll be coming home tomorrow. We'll talk about things then.
Fine. I'll send the plane to Charlottesville tonight to pick you up. I love you.
Goodbye, Jules.
Flo!
But I could do things his wife couldn't do. I mean, we're all good at something.
Flo!
What do you mean he decided to go with another writer? 2 weeks ago, he said I was the only one who could write this. Oh, yeah? Well, no offense, Betty, but I'd rather be fired by Casper than by his secretary.
Yes?
Willard, I'd like to talk to you for a moment.
Mr. Stieglitz is not at home, Mr. Quinnell.
It's you I want to see, Willard. I've learned something about Hector's death.
Please don't drive up to the house. I'll meet you at the badminton court.
That was out, Ray. It wasn't. It was a perfect great shot. Can you sing?
No, no! Please! Mr. Quinnell, no! Stop! Wait! No!
Oh, that's class, Casper.
What the hell are you doing here? What the hell are you doing here? Didn't Betty call you?
Yes, but I wanted to hear from you.
I'm gonna kill that Willard.
Don't, Casper. Good silver polishers are hard to find.
Hey, just get out, man.
Why'd you fire me?
I decided to go with another writer, okay?
Betty's words exactly. Now, why is it I just don't believe them?
Look, don't take it personally, Phil. It happens all the time.
Who told you to do this?
We need someone with a track record.
I spent 4.5 years writing this book. I know it better than anybody.
Phil, you don't understand.
I do understand. Somebody put you up to this. I just want to know who.
Phil, you're being paranoid.
Ah, you're just too coked up to know the truth.
Hey, I do not take drugs.
Oh, Casper. Casper. Aren't you tired of the lies? Aren't you tired of the coke? Aren't you tired of the...
Get out. Just get out, okay?
Whose idea was it?
Mine, okay? It was all mine.
It was Jules Mendelssohn, wasn't it? Oh. No. Wasn't it?
Mr. Mendelssohn is in conference at the moment. May I have your number, and I'll tell him that you called. Mr.
Zwillman. Arnie Zwillman. Well, ring through. I said ring through. He'll take my call, Miss, what do you say your last name was?
Just a second, Mr. Mishima. Miss Maple, I'm on a conference call to Tokyo.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mendelssohn. It's a Mr. Zwillman on line 2. He said it was urgent.
I checked. All the records on that Chicago situation were expunged. It's as though it never happened.
Mr. Mishima, Sims and I'll have to get back to you on this one a little later. Fine. Sayonara. Yes?
You really ought to fill your girl in on who I am, Jules. Will Mr. Mendelssohn know what this is in reference to?
What is it in reference to?
We gotta get together as soon as possible. There's a lot to be done, and I want to start moving.
I'm not going to meet with you, Mr. Zwillman. Not now or ever. Don't call me again, or I'll call the FBI.
Pauline once asked me, how do you explain a guy like Arnie Zwillman? His brother was shot to death in a swimming pool. His last wife, Gladys, was hospitalized after he beat her up. He's suspected of murder, arson, you name it. A guy like that, I told her, has so many of his own secrets to bury. He's bound to dig someone else's up in the process. My informer was right. You do have coffee here. I hear you got me fired from my movie.
I don't waste my time getting low-level people fired. Move along, will you?
What I want to know is, did you have me fired because of the crack in the Degas ballerina? Or is it because I refused to buy your cover-up of Hector's death? Or is it because we share a mutual friend in the person of Flo Mark? Oh, you don't want to kill me in front of all these customers, do you? Take your hands off me.
Is everything all right, Mr. Mendelssohn?
Get rid of this guy, will you, Curly? Come on. Oh, no. Curly, I'll walk out on my own. I just about finished saying what I have to do, Mr. Mendelssohn. There's just one more thing.
Come on, keep moving.
I don't like you, Jules, any more than I liked your crooked pal, Razor Balbankian. I don't like anybody who can tell a newspaper not to print a story or tell the police not to solve a crime. Are you covering up, Jules? Oh, you're covering up. Who killed Hector Paradiso? Was it you? Was it you, Jules?
Get the hell out of here!
Yes.
Get out!
Oh, Mr. Mendelssohn, while you were out, Boothby's called. They want to know if you still intend to resell those diamond earrings.
Yes. Remind me to give them to you later.
Oh, and Mr. Crocker called from the State Department. He said it was urgent.
Yes.
Call him back, Miss Maple.
Parker's on the line, Mr. Mendelson.
Hello, Miles?
Jules, I'm afraid I'm the bearer of some bad news.
Yes?
It's about your appointment to head the American delegation in Brussels. Some information has come to us of a rather distressing nature.
What sort of information?
A tragic event in a Chicago hotel in 1953. There's no way that you would ever be ratified if such a story became known, and it's thought best to withdraw your nomination.
That story is entirely false. No records exist to authenticate it.
But we have them here, Jules. Copies of the initial investigation were faxed to us less than an hour ago. Jules, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Miles. Thank you.
You're late. I was beginning to think you weren't coming. Are you angry at me for leaving so fast yesterday?
No.
I'm sorry. I just got overwhelmed. I mean, your wife was always beautiful clothes and necklaces and parties, but suddenly she became tables and chairs and paintings. Jules, are you all right?
Yes.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, get my agenda book. It's in my coat pocket. Oh, Miss Maple, yeah. Call Prince Friedrich at Booth Bay and tell him you'll send him the earrings tomorrow. Remind Dudley to have Jim pick up Pauline at the airport. No, nothing, Miss Maple. I'm fine. I'll call you back.
They're so gorgeous. I've never seen anything so beautiful.
What?
What are you looking at?
They're beautiful on you, that's all.
You need cheering up, huh? I know how to cheer you up.
I wanna be loved by you, just you, nobody else but you. I wanna be loved by you alone. Boop, boop, be doo, boop. I wanna be kissed by you, just you, nobody else but you. I wanna be kissed by you alone. I couldn't aspire to anything higher than to feel the desire to make you my own. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-doo-doo-doo, boom. I wanna be loved by you, just you, nobody else but you. I wanna be loved by you alone.
What's the matter? What's the matter? Jules? Sweetie? Jules!
All right, let's go. All right, easy. Got him.
So you did mouth-to-mouth, lady?
Yes, I did. Wasn't I supposed to?
Saved his life. How'd you learn?
Where I used to work.
This your husband?
No.
Name?
Jules Mendelson.
Like in the Jules Mendelson Family Patient Wing at Weatherly Memorial? Age?
66 or 67, I don't know.
Has Mrs. Mendelson been informed?
She's on a plane. She's on their private plane coming back from Virginia. Is he going to be okay?
We'll get him to the cardiac arrest unit as soon as we get to Weatherly. Do you mind if I use the phone?
It's back.
Cyril. Yeah, this is Charlie.
I love you, baby. We're going to be at the hospital real soon.
Miss,
I think I should tell you they're going to inform the family, and there may be reporters. Look, you're welcome to ride with us, but I just
Jules,
think...
honey, I'm going to go separate to the hospital. See you
Come
there
on,
in
we
a
gotta
couple of
move on
minutes.
this.
All right?
Are you all right?
Not now, Astrid, go home. Go home, Astrid.
No. Oh, no, Astrid. Oh, no, please don't die. Oh, baby, I love you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, baby. Please don't die.
Mr. Mendelssohn, please.
Lady, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Look, I didn't kill anybody, did I?
You could have.
And that is not an emergency, and the reason I drove here... Look, I will take your ticket, and I'll appear in court, and I'll pay the fine. I'll go to jail if I have to. But I'm here now on another matter, and I'm telling you in as courteous a way as I know how to leave me the hell alone.
Let me see your license, please.
Where can I find Mr. Mendelssohn?
Hospital rules, ma'am. Only immediate family are allowed upstairs. Are you his daughter?
Yeah.
Okay, down that corridor, turn right at the water fountains to the elevators, 6th floor.
Okay.
Sorry, Mrs. Mendelson. I just thought you were going a little too fast.
Dr. Spencer, please return to ER. Dr. Spencer, please return to ER.
Lucia, stop the presses.
Rose, what is it? What is it?
Pauline. Oh, my God. Kippy. Is it Kippy? Oh, Pauline. What is it?
Regarding the still unstable situation in the region. Jules Mendelssohn, prominent Los Angeles businessman, was rushed to Weatherly Memorial Hospital this afternoon after apparently collapsing in the home of a friend. Mendelssohn, the well-known entrepreneur and advisor to presidents,
I'm Mrs. Mendelssohn. Down that corridor, turn right at the water fountains to the elevators, 6th floor. Thank you.
Pauline, I just want to say how sorry I am.
I love you, baby. It's all gonna be okay. You'll see. You'll see.
I would like to be alone with my husband. Jules, it's Pauline. The plane was hours late. Father sends his love, as does Gippy. Rose came to the airport to break the news. She was so drunk it would make you laugh. In a few days, they're going to move you to the Mendelssohn wing. I mean, what's the point of giving a wing if you can't use it right?
Mrs. Mendelssohn,
get out of this room.
Please, there can only be one person in here at one time. Miss, you'll have to leave your mother alone with your dad.
Her mother? Is that how she passed herself off? I am not this tramp's mother. I'm not a tramp.
Everyone said what a wonderful woman she was. And I guess she was until she heard about me. I suppose if I'd have been in her shoes, I'd have hated me too.
So there I was, sitting with all this information, and I didn't know what to do. The man who may have murdered Hector Paradiso was lying in the finest room in the Mendelssohn wing of Weatherly Memorial Hospital, and there was no way I could touch him. He slumbered peacefully, nurses watching him around the clock, except one of them wasn't a nurse.
Jules, I want to apologize. I know I kept bugging you about buying me the house and taking care of me and everything. I never realized just how much you had on your mind. You see, my father walked out on us when I was 2. At least that's what my mother said. All the time I was growing up, I used to think he'd come back, make life easier for us. Until one day my mother admitted she didn't even know who he was. I just didn't want to wind up lonely and with no money like my mother. Oh, Jules, can you hear me? Please, baby, give me another chance.
That woman is interested in one thing and one thing only. Imagine, Sims, with a man as ill as Jules, that she should be in there grubbing for money. She's seen him on at least 2 occasions since I asked her to leave. And I'm telling you, Sims, it's going to stop. I've decided to bring him home. And I want you to tough it out with the doctors until they agree.
Pauline, do you really think this is wise? Jules is a very sick man.
I'll have nurses around the clock. Doctors will call here twice a day.
It's going to be expensive.
Oh, for God's sake, that painting alone is worth $40 million. Let's not waste time on what it's going to cost. I want him home and away from that woman as soon as possible.
And so Jules went home. It was amazing what an illness like that could do to a man of his character. Overnight, he became very old.
I'd like a drink, Dudley. Tall and straight up. Would you like something, Jules?
Yes, Scotch.
Make it light for Mr. Mendelssohn. Forgot to ask Dr. Petrie if it was all right for you to drink.
Pauline, I have to rest here for a while.
Of course. You sit here. Olaf will carry you upstairs.
I don't want you to watch when he lifts me.
Are you all right, Jules?
Yes, Dr. Petrie give you those pills?
Yes.
May I have one, please?
You said every 4 hours, Jules. It's only an hour since the last.
I want one now.
Is this what our life is going to be like, Jules? You downing pills while photographers lie in wait for us everywhere we go. I don't know which I dread more, having everyone I know and tens of thousands I don't know gossip about me or pity me. To the best of my knowledge, I've never been gossiped about. And in certainty, I have never been pitied.
Mrs. Mendelssohn, a lot of ladies in flowered hats have just arrived. They said that they were expected.
Oh, God, I forgot.
What?
The Sepulveda Garden Club. I agreed weeks ago to give them a tour of my greenhouse. They're interested in that yellow orchid I've developed.
Tell them Mrs. Mendelssohn is ill and...
Dudley, tell Gertie to make tea for I don't know how many. Olaf, you carry Mr. Mendelssohn upstairs.
Oh, I don't want...
Jules, they paid $50 each for this tour, and let's face it, it's me they want to see, not my yellow orchid. Hello, Blanche. Hello, Mavis. Welcome to Clouds.
Pauline invited us to dinner on Friday night. It's a small dinner party for Prince Friedrich von Hesse-Darmstadt. They always entertain him when he comes to town.
Well, what about Jules?
Well, Pauline said he's feeling much better now that he's home. He might even join us for dessert.
I can't believe she asked me.
She's very fond of you, Philip. Like it or not, you fit right in.
No.
What?
I can't go to a party at the house of a seriously ill man who's involved in the commission and cover-up of a murder.
Oh, for God's sake.
Everybody in your crowd knows something's going on. I can't believe they're all going to sit down and eat a meal while upstairs...
Will you stop judging us? If you honestly believe Jules had something to do with Hector's death, go to the police.
That wouldn't do any good.
Well, then drop it. If we're so amoral, why do you keep hanging around? What are you trying to prove, Philip? That we think we're better than other people?
Maybe.
You're the snob. Get off your ethical high horse and admit it. There's some part of you that envies us.